welcome. My name is Danielle, and I'm so glad to see you here. We're going to be keeping it low pressure today with some nice, simple movements to just help us wake up our body, get into our muscles, our joints, and just ready for the day. So, whatever it is that's making it hard to get on your mat today, this is a class for you. So whether you're tired, it's first thing in the morning, maybe you haven't been to class in a while, so it's a little intimidating to get back into it. Maybe you've got a lot going on in life and you just don't want to make things more complicated, or whatever it else that is. That's okay. This class is here for you. So take what you need, just give yourself space, give yourself the permission to do a little bit less, and we will go ahead and get started. So in the spirit of doing less, we're going to get started today on our backs. So coming into a Savasana to start, we'll get ready for some bigger movements. But first, we've got to ground in. So you can take traditional with your legs out straight, feet are flopped open, arms by your sides, palms up to receive. If this doesn't feel great on the low back, you can also bend your knees, maybe take the mat's width, have those knees falling in, just kind of changes the pressure on your low spine. Maybe you want one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart to really help ground in and feel your breath. Or, whatever other opening position is calling to you. Let's go ahead and take it and start to bring that attention inwards. So starting to take some deep belly breaths. Really start to feel the breath through the chest, through the belly, all the way, filling up those lungs, expansion. And then feel the breath as it exits, fully, completely leaving you empty. And just sticking with some nice slow breaths here at the beginning. Maybe your eyes are opened, maybe they're closed. But just start to notice, what are we feeling today? And maybe giving yourself a moment here in gratitude at the beginning. Because no matter what is going on in life, you have shown up. And whether you stay in this pose and do nothing else, or you keep moving with me, either option, you are doing the work that is working for you. And that is a beautiful thing. So one good deep breath of intention and gratitude. And then we will start to move. So taking those knees, let's start to bring them in, giving your knees a big bear hug. So trying to keep your legs side by side, not crisscrossed. Maybe you're grabbing onto your hands, maybe forearms. Maybe you can grab opposite elbows. And just take a moment, maybe roll slightly side to side, pulling those knees in. Really feel your biceps, your shoulders. And then trying to press into your palms, your forearms a bit. Try to get that lowest spine a little bit flatter. Maybe tucking your chin a moment. And then start to release, grab your knees and maybe taking them out and in, drawing circles with the knees, with the hips. Just starting to open up the hip area. It's a nice gentle movements. Maybe you want to keep the legs separate. Maybe you want to circle them together. Drawing circles on the low spine. Sometimes that feels better. Just kind of waking up that whole area. Then pausing the next time you come through center, we're going to straighten out the left leg. Take that right knee, really pull it in with both hands. And then on your exhale, take that right leg, sending it off to the left side of the mat. So going into a gentle twist here. Maybe your right arm extends out to the side. Maybe the gaze follows. Maybe you stay looking over to the left. Either option. It's just a nice gentle twist here to start. Really trying to feel that openness, activation along the whole right side. And maybe keeping those eyes closed for a moment as we breathe into the right shoulder. And then we release, coming back through center. Maybe take that right knee, pull it in one more time. And then our right leg is going to extend out. Taking the left leg in, bending the knee, grabbing on just below the kneecap, pulling it into our left shoulder, giving it a big hug. And then as you're ready, turning that knee, taking it over to the right. Maybe the left hand extends and starting to get into a twist on the left side. So maybe the gaze is over to your right. Maybe it's easier on your neck to keep it looking right. And of course, looking up at the ceiling is always an option too. Just breathing into that left shoulder for a moment. And then we release, bringing it back in through center, maybe giving it one last little hug, and then bringing it out in front of you. So then we're going to take both legs, extend them up, do a nice little waterfall here for a moment. Let's get into our ankles. So flexing our feet, pointing the feet, just kind of getting different points, different actions. Maybe drawing some circles with the feet, big circles, little circles, and then circles the other way. Just getting that blood flowing. The snap, crackle pops out of the joints. All right, then taking that right leg, starting to bend it, take that right foot on top of your left knee, taking your hands through and behind the left leg. So you can clasp right behind the thigh and pull in. Maybe you want to start to bend the left leg and grab on just below the left kneecap. Either option is great. We're going to pull that left knee in while we try to keep that right knee out to the side. Just doing a little bit of a supine figure 4 here, trying to stretch into the right hip area. And of course, those big belly breaths here. And then we release. So straightening those legs up in front of us, maybe wiggle them a moment, get the blood flowing again, and going to the other side. So taking that left leg, bending it, bringing it just below the right knee, taking those hands through either behind the leg as we did before, pulling it towards you, or bending that right knee and grabbing on below the right kneecap, pulling that in, but we're keeping that foot flexed, really activating that whole left leg as we pull it in and breathing into our left hip, left knee, left everything. And can we pull a little bit more? And release. Straightening those legs, wiggle them out one more time if we need to. And then we're going to start to rock up into a seat. So using your legs, maybe clasping behind your thighs. Can we start to roll up and down the spine just a little bit? Give your back a nice massage. And then we will roll all the way up, coming through seated, and then shifting onto our hands and knees for tabletop. So setting up for some cat-cows. We want our wrists under our shoulders, knees under our hips. Maybe our toes are untucked, maybe they're tucked, whichever feels right for you. Rolling the shoulders down and back, inner elbows shining forward. When you're ready, on your next inhale, drop the belly, pull the heart through for cow. And on your exhale, start to push into the ground, rounding, tucking the chin for cat. And then moving with your breath, every inhale, dropping the belly. Every exhale, rounding back. And maybe closing the eyes to help connect to that breath. And every inhale, can we drop the belly, really pull the heart just a little bit more? And every exhale, can we tuck the chin, really push the earth away? Let's do one more round for cow, one more round for cat, and then coming back through to neutral. So on your next inhale, ground down through the left hand, reach up through the right, stretching north to south. And on your exhale, that right hand goes behind the left wrist. Back of the hand is pressing into the earth. And we lower the right shoulder down, right forehead down, and go into our thread the needle twist. So we're using that left hand to push the shoulders away, trying to open up our shoulders to the left side of the mat. Maybe we're staying here. Maybe that left hand starts to walk forward, or maybe it starts to walk to your back or your hip crease. But that is supplemental. The main action here is that right arm is pushing into the earth to get into that right shoulder. And breathing deeply. And then release. So that left hand grounds back down. On your inhale, we unwrap, unwind, stretching north to south. And then right hand meets the earth. Okay, going into the other side. On our next inhale, left arm stretches up, broadening through the collarbones. And on the exhale, it comes behind the right wrist. Back of the hand is down. Left shoulder, left forehead comes down. And again, same options. You might want something different side to side, and that's okay. The right hand can stay here, pushing the chest away. Maybe it walks forward. Maybe it goes to your back, trying to keep those hips level with the ceiling. Maybe it goes to your hip crease. Just find whatever shape you need to get the right sensation. Not straining, just sensing, just trying to be in our bodies as we breathe. And then release. So right hand grounds back down. On your inhale, we unwrap, unwind, stretching to reset. And then our left hand meets the right. So then we're going to take that right leg, keeping those toes tucked. Let's start to get into the right calf. So just kind of rocking back and forth on the right toes, really feeling that ankle extending out. And maybe pausing for a moment in the area of the most sensation. It always feels really good. I could do this all day. And staying with that, or starting to lift that right leg, flexing the foot, keeping the toes pointed. It's going to keep our hips square. Can we reach as if we're trying to reach our heel to the back wall, extending out. And then starting to bend the knee, rounding in, trying to bring that right knee to that right elbow. Can we hold it there? Maybe point the foot, get a different action in. And then gracefully as we can, bring that right foot to the outside of the right knee. So we got a little bit of a 90-90 shape here in our legs. And we're going to ground down in that right hand and just start to open up with the left. So we're kind of doing a little bit of a twist here. Breathing. Can we stay with that? And then rounding the left hand down. Left hand meets the earth. Right foot steps back into the other side. So taking that left leg, extending it back, toes are grounding into the earth, rocking into that calf, into that ankle. We're really pressing into our fingers, our knuckles, our palms, getting that muscle memory of our hands really gluing into the earth for more dynamic chaturangas, down dogs, stuff in the future. So staying with this, maybe pausing, really pushing that heel back. And then upper body, arms, everything stays as they are. We just start to lift that left leg. That heel is reaching back as if it was trying to press a button on the back wall. And our hips are square. Staying here. As gracefully as we can, start to bend that left knee, bringing it into that left elbow. Maybe pointing the toe, get a different action going in the foot. And then gracefully stepping it to the outside of the left hand. The right toe can stay tucked or untucked, either option. That left arm opens up, stretching north to south. Getting a nice little thoracic twist here. Maybe the gaze lifts to meet it. And then we windmill the right hand down. Left leg steps back. We walk our hands forward a handprint. Maybe shift our knees back. And let's lower all the way down to the floor. So maybe untucking the toes, setting up for a few rounds of Cobra. Let's take the hands a little bit wider than the shoulders this time. So your hands are kind of straddling the mat, maybe a little bit further out, but they're pressing in kind of in line with the shoulders, not too far out, too far back. Then on your next inhale, we're going to peel the chest away, lifting the head. And then on the exhale, dipping that left shoulder down, looking right. Inhale back through center. Exhale, dipping the right shoulder down, looking left. Inhale back through center, and then exhale, ground down. Connecting with your breath here for just a moment. And on your next inhale, peel the chest away, lifting the head last. And then on your exhale, dipping the right shoulder down, looking left. Inhaling back through center. Exhale, dipping the left shoulder down, looking right. And then coming back through center. Exhale, lowering down. And tuck your toes. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Push yourself back through child's pose. Maybe pausing here for a moment. Maybe leaving the hands in front of you. Maybe walking the hands back. Helps the shoulders hang heavy and connecting in. Breathing into our back line. And nice and slow, start to gently round it up, roll it up. Chin comes up last. Then coming up into a kneeling position. Maybe the arms lift. Cactus, the arms lift the heart for a little back bend. And then exhale, ground the hands down. Walk forward into tabletop. Tuck the toes, lift the hips to downward facing dog. So we're almost to standing, almost making it through. Let's take a couple of breaths here in down dog to really feel it out. So maybe bending one knee, bending the other, starting to walk your dog, pedal it out. Maybe bending both knees and really bringing the chest forward, really feeling that stretch along the back side. Just finding some dynamic movement here to really just help orient yourself in space with your head below the heart. And then coming to stillness here towards the end. Really feeling your breath through the body. Instead, bend your knees, look to the top as slowly as you can, pressing into your hands the whole way. We will tippy toe forward to a forward fold at the top of our mats. So maybe we stay here, your hands are in front of you. Maybe you wrap them around the legs, give yourself a big bear hug, sway side to side. Or maybe you want to grab opposite elbows and swing like a rag doll. Have the nice gentle tuck of the chin to help the head grow heavy. And then just noticing, what are we feeling here in this moment? Right, so I'm going to release any hand grips that we have. Planting them in front of you. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, fold. And inhale, round it up, roll it up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Chin comes up last. Arms up overhead, maybe a gentle back bend. Arms down by your side. All right, we did it. We made it all the way through. We're up and we're standing and hopefully feeling a little bit better, a little bit more ready for a day. So I will see you again soon. Thank you so much for joining me. Until we meet again, Om Shanti, peace, peace within, peace around, and peace to those who need it most.